All right, welcome back, guys. So let's go ahead and talk about what is an IT help desk. This is going to be your week two, lesson one. So there's a couple of levels in IT help desk, okay? Which is tier one is the first line. It's a frontline support, which is what most of you guys will be going into. It's a first point of contact for users, handle basics issue like password reset, printer problem, login issue, requests for certain software installation or software licensing, uses script or knowledge base. Knowledge bases are nothing more than a manual book that has been created by the IT department, probably someone in your previous role or your team lead. It's just a set of instruction that tells you how to complete this job that they have handled before. There's probably a proper way of doing it, and there's a documentation you can talk to your team about. Usually, you can access a knowledge base for onboarding, offboarding, and common issues or printer issues. Most companies do have a record of them, or you will be asked to create a documentation on how to do the steps. It's basically a step by step on how to resolve an issue or how to perform an action. Next is tier two. It's a technical support, handles more complex issues, handles deeper technical knowledge, may involve system configuration or advanced troubleshooting. The next is tier three, which is expert or engineering support, highly specialized expert, system admins, developers, fixes bugs, performs root cause analysis, which is what we talked about before, is called RCA. Often works with the vendor or creates long-term fixes. Vendor meaning the person who have created the software or the product itself. Okay. Help desk versus service desk. This is something that you might be hearing in the job market right now. There's IT help desk analyst, IT service desk analyst, IT services technician. It is there's a couple of titles for it. Let's look at what is the difference. Okay, help desk focus on fixing immediate problems, reacts to issues. My email is not working. I can't connect to Wi-Fi. It's a action oriented job. Okay, a goal: restore normal service quickly. Whereas service desk is a broader focus. It includes help desk tasks plus more. Manages service requests. The difference between a help desk and a service desk is a help desk only deals with problems and incidents. We'll look at it just later on slides. But a service desk will perform incident management and service delivery as well. Okay, meaning providing service. Managed service request, okay, like access to a software, onboarding a new user, which means when is someone joins a company new, you have to create their email access, their active directory account, give them access and install programs for them, get their computer ready from the desktop team itself and give it to them. It'll be all part of service desk is purview. Aligns IT with business team. Usually, service desk team, they'll ask you to complete ITIL Foundation certification, which will give you a very, very good ITIL Foundation basics of the ITIL Foundation framework, which shows how a service delivery should work and how it provides a valuable value to the company itself. Okay, usually a part of ITIL framework, as I said, and I will share you guys a ITIL Foundation video, which you guys can all watch and get very, very familiar with ITIL Foundation examination. And if you guys are pursuing the ITIL Foundation examination, I highly advise it. Please go ahead. And if you guys are looking for a voucher code, if we do have it, please ask us, and we'll try to see if we have the coupon code for it. And we'll try to get you a better deal than what's online. But it's very subjective to the timelines. Okay. The next is common help desk terminology. This is something that you might want to write this down or take some notes on it. Okay, and elaborate more on it. What is a ticketing system? A definition: a ticketing system tracks and manages IT issues, requests, and tasks. Each issues become a ticket with a unique ID. Purpose is to organize requests, track issues, history, and resolution. Ensures accountability. So somebody is actually assigned to it, and you cannot say I don't have work to do. You'll be assigned work, or you'll be told where you can go and take work. Okay, so you are itself are responsible for making sure there's a queue of work, right? There's tickets in, and you're there supposed to go in and take the tickets and complete them. Okay. Examples of a ticketing system is Zendesk, Freshdesk, there's ServiceNow, there's Jira, there's Spiceworks, there's OS Ticket, there's plenty of them, but they all work in the same framework, which is the ITIL framework. It's about service request, incident management, problem management, and tasks. Okay, and we'll have a live demonstration of it, and you guys will have a hands-on experience with the ticketing system as well. What is an incident? An incident is unplanned interruptions or reduction in quality of an IT service. Cannot connect to Wi-Fi, email not sending, printer not responding, blue screen of death. The goal is to restore service as quick as possible. The next is a problem. And this is something that you guys have to just understand this, or if you don't know, just ask us in the live session or send us an email. A definition of problem is the underlying cause of one or more incidents. Frequent printer crash due to a faulty driver, regular login issue caused by corrupted data or updates. Goal is to investigate why the incident happened, prevent it from happening again. So the key differences from an incident and a problem is, just so you guys understand, have a deeper understanding, is incident is something that just happens once, right? Let's say a computer crashes, they bring it in, and then you guys send it to the desktop team for reimaging, right? But let's say every week, Monday, that person is bringing the computer in for reimaging, then that becomes a problem because it's an incident that happens, on a frequent basis, right? And some company has it, anything same incident happening 3 or more times is considered a problem. 2 or more times or 5 or more times. It just depends on the company's policy. But a good rule of thumb is anything that happens 3 or more times to a same user or group of user, it doesn't matter, right? It can consider as a problem itself, okay? But this is something that you should be asking the company when you go in, or to your team lead or to IT manager, okay? Whoever you report to. What is a service request? A service request is when a user asks for something new, not related to a failure. Examples of requesting new software, asking for a new monitor, creating a new email account, access to a shared drive. Goal is to fulfill standard request efficiently and securely. This is the important thing, okay? Just because somebody asks you, I want to see the folders of a finance thing, that doesn't mean they get it, right? So it means they have to have permission, which means they have to have approval from either their manager who they report to, or the financial manager or financial director himself, just as a metaphorical speech, right? But just because they ask, they don't get it. It depends on what you can give and what you cannot give. Usually, anything that has to do with access, anything to do with permission, they'll need to have approval, okay? But let's say if they're asking for a keyboard, I'm sure you can give them a keyboard. I'm sure you can give them a mouse or something like that, okay? But talk to your team lead or your manager and see what is the procedure on giving away items, like preferred items like mouse, keyboards, like input and output devices like USB drive. What are the things versus access request, right? If they want to get access to a certain part in their drive, then it is a different issue, right? The summary, what's the difference is type. There's 3 types, right? There's incidents, there's problem, there's service requests. Triggered by incidents are triggered by something's broken, and the goal is to the goal is to restore service. An example is email won't load. The problem for a type is another one is problem. The triggered by is multiple incidents. Find root cause and prevent it. Example, server crash every Monday. The next is service request. Triggered by user needed. Go fulfill request. Example, request access to VPN. The next thing is, let's look at soft skills matter. Okay, this is something that's very important. As I said in the previous class, your role is basically out of customer service. You have to have a customer-oriented view, okay, or customer-facing view. You are to make sure that you can talk to the user with utmost respect. They're not feeling any disrespect or anything like that, and they don't feel shame of talking to you, right? Remember, the whole point of your job is to make sure that you can extract information from them to help them resolve the issue, right? They will not know technical details, and they don't need to know technical details. They might not know what they're talking about, or they might not know what exactly how to describe it, right? That doesn't mean that you have the right to make it sound like you're rude or they're incapable. It's your job as an IT technician to extract them. So the tone you talk to them, the way you talk to them, it really does matter. Okay. Communication and active listening. Clear communication. Use simple and jargon-free languages. Maintain a respectful and a professional tone. Active listening. Let the user speak without interruption. Paraphrase to confirm the understanding. Ask clarification question when necessary. So example statements like, so if I understand correctly, the issue began after recent update. Let's say if the customer is telling you that they're having issues with their password login, and when they are home they cannot log in, so you'd want to say, so let me just to clarify, I just want to know, you're trying to log into your Windows computer at the main screen, log in from home, and it's just giving you a error message, right? And they say, no, I'm trying to log into VPN. That gives you much more understanding of it, right? So you have to paraphrase what they said. They might have missed some things, right? It is your job to paraphrase and tell it to them so they understand and they give you the right answers. Okay. Empathy and patience. Empathy, acknowledge the user's feeling, show understanding and concern. Make sure they understand, oh, I understand this is very frustrating for you. Let me make sure that this is resolved for you. Okay. Make sure that you tell them that you will take care of them. And patience, remaining calm even if the user is frustrated, provide step-by-step guidance without rushing. So remember that nothing, even if they're frustrated, just remember that they're not frustrated on you. They're frustrated that they cannot do the work, right? So end of the day, we're there to provide service to the business itself, and they're doing the same thing as well, right? So anything their frustration, don't take it personally. It's just as business protocol, right? And make sure that you don't get frustrated, right? You have a very smiley face and keep your demeanor low and calm, and it eventually cools them down, right? And make sure you empathize with them, saying that you will take care, don't worry about it, we will make sure that it's resolved, and make sure the issue is resolved and follow up with the user to make sure it is fixed, right? um, and also if you want to walk them through a step, walk them through step by step. Just don't tell them how to do this, right? Actually, like what I tell when I train people is, if you want them to open up a certain thing, you open up on your computer too, so you can give them the exact step, what key you press, where do you actually click. So you want to go down to where you actually look in the monitor, what button you actually click, and then walk them through a step by step as if you're walking through a kid, with obviously a professional tone, right? And like, for example, statements are like, I understand how this can be frustrating. Let's work together to resolve it. So something that you're saying you're there to take care of them, and you're giving them that most respect. Okay? Dealing with frustrated users professionally. Stay professional. Keep your tone calm and composed. Avoid taking comments personally. De-escalation techniques are listen actively, acknowledge a concern, focus on solution rather than assigning blame. This is very important, guys. Just remember that you are a part of IT team. There is no use of you blaming another team for a possible mistake they have considered. Right? It is all our mistake. The language that you should be using is, we have made a mistake, or we'll get it done for you. It's not, rather than assigning the faulty. It's about just figuring out what can we do to fix this issue as soon as possible. They can do the work, right? And it's okay to apologize. Okay, just apologize and say that I apologize for the inconvenience. Let's see how we can fix this problem. All right. Thank you, guys.